And thank you so much, Aisha, for introducing me, and thank you, Pakistan Institute of Living and Learning, for arranging a wonderful event, especially spreading awareness regarding the vulnerable population in Pakistan. I'm going to speak on the Down syndrome, and October is the month of Down syndrome awareness. Can you please, can I share my slides, or can you please?
Yes, please.
Yeah, there is some problem in my screen. I cannot see my whole slides. So can you please enable me to share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
So Down syndrome. Initially, Down syndrome is referred as mangloid and mangolism, but later in 1866, John Langdon Down first described Down syndrome. Down syndrome is the most common chromosomal condition which affects not only the mental but the physical and health and creating behavioral issues as well. The prevalence of Down syndrome is between 1 in 1,000 live births worldwide. The distinguishing features of physical features, which actually the diagnostic features as well, which makes a which enables a child with Down syndrome very prominent. The children with Down syndrome has a child with Down syndrome has flattened face, and especially the bridge of the nose is flat, and they have almond-sized shape eyes and slanting upward, having short neck and unusual short ears, and have a protruding tongue, which is again which is thick and can be stick out, and having eye in their white tiny spots lie on their eye and have small hands and feet. And there is another distinguishing feature is a single line across the palm of the hand, like you can see, and it is also called the palmar crease. Usually we have so many lines in our palm, but they have a very distinct feature like palmar crease. And a white space between the first and second, you can see the space between the first and second toe is also a prominent feature. And all children with Down syndrome have spare reduced, have a poor muscle tone, and which results in floppiness. We also call this the muscle hypotonia. We will explain this and further. And usually the child with and children and adults have short structure and shorter height in uh, according to the causes and risk factors, Down syndrome is usually caused by an error in cell division. The process is called non-disjunction. Non-disjunction results in an embryo with 3 copies of chromosome instead of 20, in which in the figure it is very prominent that we all carry 2 chromosomes, but the Down syndrome child having the replication and the extra chromosome, which is at 21 chromosome. So all human beings have 46 chromosomes, and the child with Down syndrome has 47 chromosomes. And the maternal age is also a big risk factor. At the age of the 45, there is approximately incidence of 1 in 30 chances of having a child with Down syndrome. The another genetic variations also cause Down syndrome, like trisomy, mosaic Down syndrome, and translocation. Trisomy accounts for the 95% of cases of Down syndrome. Again, it's a pair. It's resulting in an extra pair of 21st chromosome. In mosaic Down syndrome, mosaic means mixture or combination. The children with mosaic Down syndrome may have fewer features of the condition due to the presence of some 21 chromosome cells, and some cells are the typical number of chromosomes. So it accounts for the people of 2% in all Down syndrome cases. And translocation Down syndrome, in which the genetic material lead to DS, is passed from parent to child. So it accounts for only 4% of cases, and in this disorder in this type is only inherited. Like if a father or a mother is a carrier, then there are 4% there are chances of having a child with Down syndrome. So children with Down syndrome in this figure is very clear that there are 2 copies of 21 chromosome, and then additional material is attached to the translocated chromosome. The children with Down syndrome have numerous, besides of having intellectual disability, which affects majority of the children with Down syndrome, but having poor muscle tone and delayed milestones, but they face numerous problems in their medical health. The congenital heart disease, almost half of the population of the children with Down syndrome are born with some type of heart defect. These heart problems can be life-threatening and can be only treated by, and they require surgery in their early infancy. Respiratory complication is another major threatening. Is another major threat because of their weak immune system. They are likely to carry infections and hospitalization, and the mortality rate is high because of these complications. Dementia, people with Down syndrome have great increased risk of dementia after the age of 40. And sleep apnea is also account for the 45% of children with Down syndrome. Sleep apnea is characterized by the blockage in the air pathway during the sleep. And hearing loss is also a major factor which cannot be, if it just cannot be ruled out, then the problem with the child also suffering their management. So eye disorders, also common muscle hypertonia. I already told you because of the poor muscle tone, their low strength, they have delays in rolling over, sitting up, crawling, and they have problem in their fine and gross motor skills. And other problems are medical problems are thyroid, leukemia, gastrointestinal, obesity, etc. There is a risk of, as far as there is a high risk of up to 40% of children with DSM have chances of autism spectrum disorder and attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So the children also face numerous, also face problems in their emotion regulation and likely to have, likely to be affected by depression, anxiety, and obsessive compulsive disorders. Now, challenges for individuals with DS during COVID-19. So COVID-19 is really very challenging because of their weak immune system and because of their already the complications of they are more likely to develop a congenital heart disease and pneumonia, etc. So special attention should be given to these people with individuals with Down syndrome, and the prevent to should be taken any preventive measures and treatment of COVID-19 individuals with DS. So current research indicated that they are likely to develop complications and they stay almost twice as long in hospital compared to non-DS controls. So according to UNICEF, the children with disabilities face physical, institutional, and social barriers that have an adverse impact of their development and social inclusion. I've also attached a figure in which the loss of family income, disruption in services, social distancing policies is hugely affecting the children's health and well-being. The diagnosis, fortunately, Down syndrome can be diagnosed before birth, but in Pakistan, the advancement is not very. But we are chronic villa sampling is also doing in Pakistan, but there is likely the risk chances are also there because of the termination of the pregnancy or some other hazards are also there. But before these procedures which carry up to 1% risk and may be able to distinguish between amniocentesis, another procedure during pregnancy can be used to distinguish between trisomy 21 translocation Down syndrome and mosaic Down syndrome. And after the birth of a child with Down syndrome, the diagnosis is purely based on the child looks, and some other blood tests can be done to check the baby's chromosomal level. This is very important that what language should be preferred. Like I said earlier, okay, initially the child with Down syndrome referred as mongoloid, or different words can be we use the different words because of their intellectual disability. The mental retardation term was frequently used, but fortunately, Sindh court has also abandon this term and ban this language to use this word to use with the mental retardation. So the replacement of mental retardation word is to use preferably use the intellectual disability or cognitive disability. So there is a ayat that your wealth and your children are only a trial, whereas God with him is great reward. So raising a child with a disability is really very challenging and really stressful for the parents. Various studies reported in Pakistan that parents experience substantial mental and physical morbidity due to certain factors like non-supportive environment, lack of professionals and rehabilitative institutes, shame and guilt associated. That parents avoid taking their child to the social gatherings, and they think that this is the punishment of God because of having a child with a disability. And socially rejection, non-acceptance, and verbal abuse and sexual harassment, especially with the child, if the child is in a growing age in crossing their teens, it is very difficult for a parent to teach him about the sexual harassment and the apprehensions of future, like the child is able to get married in a future, not what happened to the child if I am not, if the mother or father is not there, and the financial constraints are always additional stressor for the children, for the family with disability. So, Pakistan Institute of Living and Learning is very kind enough and doing a very good, a commendable job in spreading awareness. Like that, we are just ending up with a trial, a feasibility trial of learning through play in my own way, plus cognitive behavior therapy as parent-based intervention for depressed mothers with children have intellectual disability. In this trial, they screened the 24 mothers of children who screened positive for the depression, and they provide 12 sessions of learning through play integrated with the cognitive behavior therapy model. So this is all about my presentation. Any question?
Thank you, Dr. Nadia.